Right now, yeah. What up, everybody?
What up? What up?
Trying to get the game up. We've been recording all day. So, close game already.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, this has been a long time between game 1 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it has.
We should tell FIFA 8 o'clock.
And he was the one that asked.
Mm-hmm.
I should have brought my map book in here to have the game instead of watching it in the browser.
What up,
In case
FIFA?
it crashed my
You was at a
card again.
rodeo,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
bro. What made you? What compelled you to get to a rodeo?
A couple of my white homeboys. we had like VIP passes, so and then I knew a dude that was riding in it too, so it was pretty different. It was cool though. That was my first time going to a rodeo.
That's what's up. What's up.
And yeah, I was standing next to the cows that the rope, and one of the cows was just looking at me like he was looking like, what you doing? Like, you ain't supposed to be. He stared at me, all the stuff going on behind him, but he was staring directly at me. Like, nah, bro, I don't trust you. Marty, that is Southern, man. It's real. I was in Shadydale.
That's what it's called? Shadydale, Georgia?
That's the town, yes.
Wow.
So if you in Shadydale,
how far is that?
It's fuck.
Damn.
That's it's about like an hour from Covington, 45 minutes from Covington.
So we talking about almost like an hour and a half from Atlanta.
Yeah. So a bunch of
like 2 hours.
Yeah, probably hour and a half. It's a bunch of cow pastures. So it is, yeah, Marty. It's definitely a sundown town. But they were cool though. Everybody was cool. It was some black people in there, but it was
yeah,
cool.
You were around a bunch of racists that didn't want to show you they were racist.
That's yeah. But like I said, they you know, people like that will go out of their way to try to prove that they're not. So if you know how to handle it, it's a good time.
Yep.
They go Chet. They go your boy Chet.
I'm trying to get the damn game up, but this computer is so freaking slow, bro.
Man, you ain't got an iPad, bro?
My iPad is busted, bro. You know I had the iPad Pro for.
Yeah. It's been time to upgrade though, Ken.
Yeah, I had like one of the first iPad Pros, the big. Well, everybody knows what it is.
Yeah. The Bible.
I'm taking donations. I can't afford to get one now, but
I feel you. They the cost of a laptop.
Yeah. I need to upgrade. I think that and my phone needs to be upgraded. This backup one is from 2015 and needs to be upgraded. But I got a lot of memory in it, so I don't know why it keeps doing that. So, but Chetney got to do something. Like, they need him in this series to have an impact, even if it's 15 and slightly just over 50. Yeah, do that. He can take Turner off the dribble. I don't know how. Are we synced up? Siaka, dumbass. Have the quarter finished for you guys?
It just finished.
Okay, so you're behind me, so I'll make sure I don't spoil a lot of things for you.
Man, Ken, out of everybody that you know I don't care about no spoilers, bro. Go ahead. All right.
Yeah, this ain't like, there's no rooting interest here, so.
So Yeah, I missed the. Yeah, Nick will be here, and Spike said he'll hop in when he get a chance. He might once he start, going night. He'll probably drop off because we recorded Frames. Is the mic still on today? We got Ballerina review coming, and a Robert De Niro discussion, and then Forever the Netflix series. We got all that we recorded today, and a very long, super long Is the Mic Still On episode. Over 3 hours. 3 hours and 24 minutes is the total runtime before editing. Yeah. It's Jalen fault. So if you're a patron, you'll definitely get definitely the 3 hours plus episode. So I can't remember how much was recorded before we actually sat down and started talking. So maybe 5 minutes or so that may be chopped out, but yeah. So yeah. Yeah, in actuality, the Ballerina episode for patrons will be up at 9 p.m. So, but yeah, Nick could be speaking of the devil. Yeah.
Don't introduce me like that. Do not introduce me like that.
Man. What it do, bro?
What's up, man? Man, I'm coming back from a 7-year-old birthday party. And I was with the uncles and the aunts. they be getting it down. You know what I'm saying?
Birthday parties for kids or for adults?
That's what they was telling me. They was like, bro, they out there frying fish and some more shit. I'm like, damn, I randomly came through my first cookout of the summer, boy. But yeah, I said
good time.
Yeah, it is. It was. I say all that to say I'm ready for this game. I can't wait to Halliburton take an L tonight, boy. This nigga been waiting too much.
Chet is balling. Somebody had a conversation with him. 4 or 5, 9 points.
Yeah, no, he heard you talking. That's what I was about to come on here saying, Ken. I was like, oh no, what you want to take back your Chet shit?
Absolutely not. This is an
aggressive.
anomaly.
He aggressive tonight.
And Rick Carlisle gonna fix that. Or Rick Carlisle probably not even worried.
Well, OKC, this got to be like we shouldn't even really be talking too much about this game because it got to be like OKC got to win tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like
they got to blow them out because this got to be a statement game. That first game was a statement game for Indiana. They got to make a statement. Like y'all not even in our league, bro. Like don't even believe what you saw in game 1.
I don't think that will make the Pacers rattled at all. I don't think they give a fuck about any of that shit.
Yeah, they've been here now. They're battle tested at this point. So
remember the Thunder blew out the Nuggets, and that shit didn't make a difference. It just in the statement.
Did they not play better since that game though? Since that statement game, they played better in that series after that.
Yeah, they did.
But the Knicks blew out Pacers one game day.
Yeah, they did. It was game 5. Well, it wasn't a blowout, but it was a significant. They was won by double digits. I think it was game 5 or game 3 of the Cat game. One of them.
Yeah. So they've been there.
But this is different though. But I understand that. And the statement game isn't necessarily to throw like a psychological shot for Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Like being, whatever. It's more so for OKC to be like, yo, like this is what we're capable of. We need to hold ourselves to this standard. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not even about Indiana for me. It's about OKC saying, yo, this is what we've been all year. Let's go out here and play like we've been playing. Like, let's stop messing around.
I would say I agree with that, FIFO, but I would say I would really emphasize that for game 3 more than game 2. I would say tonight, if I'm OKC, I'm just like, let's just win this game. We should have won last game. And we weren't playing our best because all of our, Chet wasn't balling. Mm-hmm. Williams was like was hot and cold. Only one that showed up was SGA. It's like, let's play our full complete game today. And then
we saying the same thing.
No, I'm saying game three blowout on the road for OKC over Indy would say a lot more than a home win for OKC right now blowout. Because to me, it's just like that's just home cooking, and they was desperate. But if they win this game and blow them out in game 3, that changes everybody's viewpoint of the series. Because right now everybody leaning towards like, oh shit, this may be Indy year, Halliburton this, Halliburton that, all that goofy ass shit. I ain't trying to hear all that.
Look, I will tell you this. I will tell you this, Nick. I'm gonna tell you, and this is the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. If Indiana again is within striking distance, they're gonna win the game.
Well, I would say I would say
game.
I will say this. I don't know if you agree with me, Sheldon. I don't know if you think I'm saying the same thing FIFO's saying. I'm saying that Indiana is now expected that if they're in striking distance to win the game. So all the more reason that you just need to win this game. Like, regardless if this is a blowout or not, just win the game.
You got to win the game,
because no matter what situation that you in, people gonna say Indy got a chance.
Yeah, Game 3 will be the most pivotal because you expect OKC to win this game. They should win this game easily, but Game 3, like you said, Nick, I agree, is going to be the most pivotal game. It's taking back home court advantage if OKC can pull it out, and that's where you want to make a statement on the road more than anything else. So you want to win this game for sure, but Game 3, you want to make the statement.
Well, the big thing is just to win a game on the road, and that's the pressure on OKC now. So, because at this point, Indy just went at home; they're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
But Nimbar doing way too much. And OKC's defense early is good, so can they survive the adjustments that are made?
But this was just like last game.
Mm-hmm.
OKC was getting turnovers.
Yeah. So, and OKC is, I think I read that they were 4-0 after a lot of playoffs. So we've seen them being, if they can respond. We know
it's the remix, baby.
Shit was chopping again, Ken.
Oh, yeah. Shit. This Mac, bro. Yeah, I definitely may go ahead and change to get the game off of here because it's probably putting too much.
How much RAM does it have?
30. I upgraded this, but I can tell you right now.
It should be able to handle that.
Yeah, 32 gigabytes of memory, 3.2 gigahertz quad core Intel 4.
That's what it is.
i5.
That's what it is, Ken. The processor is not. You gotta get you that M. Get into the M series. M1, 2, 3, it don't matter. 4. Just as long as it's an M, bro.
Yeah, this is the i27 iMac from late 2015.
Hey, they hustling right now.
Yeah, because Indiana, I think they want to win this just as much as OKC.
It's crazy that Indiana won 3 game 1 on the road in 3 different series.
Yeah.
This if Indiana goes on to win the title, this will be one of the most impressive title runs since what was it, Dallas?
Mm-hmm. It'll be the one since it's not since Dallas because there was another one.
Who?
Was it Miami?
Miami played Dallas. I don't know if Dallas was a big.
There was another one before the Dallas one that was like impressive that we don't really talk about.
No, get off the couch now.
Yeah, get off that couch.
I forgot. But I guess you could say that to me, Dallas is just like that's a different type of run, though. That's a historic ass run. They're in sports.
It is. The only reason this one I put this one up there is because of the way they're doing these games, like coming back, the way they're having to come back, these close calls. What Halliburton has done in these playoffs is what in one game people dream of doing in a lifetime. He's done it 4 times. That's crazy. I mean, people dream of that moment in a lifetime in high school, college, let alone pros. He's done it 4 times in professional basketball in one postseason. So that's what makes it impressive to me.
He's having what they call a career year in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if he don't win it all, don't mean shit. Because we don't remember number 2. We don't remember number 2. That's the American way.
The only reason I say it will mean something is there's people that pay attention to him now that never would have paid attention to him before.
I won't pay attention to him after.
I'm talking once again. We talk about the purists. We're not talking about those people. We talk about
even the purists.
My daughter knows. No. I'm saying not them. They would care about who wins, but my daughter knows who Halliburton is now. She would have never known who he was before. Yeah,
bro, this is almost like Linsanity, but not on that level. It's like a scaled down version of that.
Right.
But SGA.
No, probably not. Well, I don't think so. I'm gonna ask.
But Halliburton is moving like that's interesting. That's kind of what we were talking about, though.
But
like his profile has raised, which gives me to the conversation that you guys were talking about in the chat about what Dwayne Wade said. Now, first, Wade needs to pump the brakes.
Yeah,
he ain't won shit, so he's not a superstar. Stop it. It ain't. He's just having a great postseason. So slow down, Wade.
It's not just a great postseason, Ken. He had one last year, and his regular season was damn good too.
Okay, yeah, he was very clutch, but he's not a superstar.
No.
I think he's in the conversation.
That means you ain't a superstar.
But maybe you haven't ascended yet. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like you come into the league superstars. They're very, very few that have ever done that in the history of the game. Come in like LeBron was a superstar day one. Everybody watched that game against Sacramento. Was like, oh, okay, that's different.
You could argue like, Ant-Man. Ant-Man came into the league a superstar.
No, he didn't.
I think he morphed into.
No, yeah, he came. He grew into that. Nick.
Yeah, he was the number one overall pick, and we knew it was his team from day one.
It was more personality though.
Yeah, his personality is what got him over the hump. His personality is what got him over the hump. Those interviews.
So, do you think he's a superstar, Shelton?
Yeah. Now he is. Yeah, for sure.
Now he.
But
when did he come to the league? Like when did he become a superstar? Then year 2.
Probably
he's only been a year for like 3 years. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what year was it? I thought
it was probably year 2. A couple of those.
He didn't come in like that though.
No.
That's the point. Shaq came in like that. Yeah. Shaq was a superstar day one.
Out of LSU, bro.
Penny was a superstar day one. Grant Hill was a superstar day one. There's day one guys, and then there's other guys that grow into it. You know what I'm saying is that I believe Halliburton is growing into it. Maybe he's not there yet, but he's definitely growing into that.
My only problem with crowning him a superstar is what is the criteria? Is it the fact that his popularity, or is it his play? Like because
it's high. I think that's what it is. It's high in productivity and popularity.
And see, that's my problem with Halliburton and crowning him a superstar. Is there's games when he's not as productive. Like he has times when he disappears too much for me to be a superstar. You know what I'm saying? Like there's games where he's average. Now he stepped up huge in these playoffs, but there is times when we don't know we ain't thinking about him. You know what I'm saying? So
I would say this is the comp that I'm thinking of. Or Ken, let me know if you think I'm wrong. Tyrese Halliburton is the mulatto version of Manu Ginobili.
No.
He ain't counted on to be a superstar, but he can have superstar moments. And he can be clutch enough to win you some playoff games, series.
The only reason I can't say that is because Manu was not the guy for his team. He was, even though he was, there's several ones who will tell you he is. There's league players that'll tell you he's a superstar, and they couldn't mess with Manu. But as far as being, he still was always had a Tim Duncan on his squad. He always had.
Yeah, but he was the one that was taking the clutch shots. And when it come to like shots, I know Tim Duncan was unstoppable in the post, but like to get a shot, like we needed 2 or 3. You ain't going for Tony for that. You wouldn't. At that time in basketball, Duncan wasn't that. So Ginobili was the one that was like getting buckets for them when they needed to get buckets. I've seen it in a few series, especially when that Heat series.
But their games are different though, because Ginobili was like he's a professional bucket getter. Tyrese Halliburton is a pure point.
But he could set you up too.
I'm not okay. I didn't say he didn't have playmaking ability, but that wasn't his number one
thing
when he was on the court.
Asset. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like when he was on the court, like it was like go get buckets. If I see 3 people, then I'll wrap this thing around my back and skip it across the court because I have that ability to do that. But I'm trying to get buckets. Tyrese isn't out there playing to get buckets. Tyrese is playing the game of basketball. Tyrese is playing pace. The reason why they play fast is because of him.
Is he a modern era Chris Paul?
Kinda, sorta, but he's not as dominant defensively.
If that's the case, he ain't nobody. He just himself.
Not because
go ahead.
CP was a 9-time all-defensive NBA team member. You know what I'm saying? Tyrese don't have that ability, or maybe he just don't have the will. I think he has the measurables. He's not a small point guard. He's pretty lanky. You know what I'm saying? So I think that is an area that he can definitely improve on, but he's not CP in that arena. But if we're talking offensively, I don't think he's as efficient as CP was in the mid-range. Like CP, them early years, the first like 9-10 years in the league, bro, like mid-range game, like second to none in the NBA. dribble, pull up. Like, nah, bro. Like elite. I don't think Tyrese's game is elite in the mid range. I think he has elite float game, but I don't think he has an elite mid range jumper game. At least not to CP level.
A lot of focus tonight from OKC. The question that went through my head was, can they keep playing at this pace? Because they're spending a lot of energy. Can they keep this over 48 minutes? We'll see. But Marley, I could give 2 F's about what Chet is doing tonight. Let's talk about. So yes, no Chet slander now because he's playing well. But we'll be back. we'll be back. You know, but hey, that's how you silence the critics, right, Shelton? You got to shut people up, bro.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to perform. You got to have way more good days than bad days.
I'm telling you, bro. Yeah. Hey, Nick, you going to see F1?
Oh yeah. I'm going to see the same reason why.
Why?
Because I'm questioning with same thing that people question about Halliburton I am with Damson Idris. Is he a superstar? Is Franklin Saint, can he do more than play a drug dealer? Like how they say all of us niggas can do. And he
Will there ever be another movie as good as damn, it's not Need for Speed. Fuck.
We talking about like Ford versus Ferrari?
No, the one Tom Cruise.
Love Ford versus Ferrari.
Hold on.
Ford versus Ferrari was underrated. Niggas wasn't talking about that shit. Was nice.
Hey, the way Matt Damon played Carol Shelby, yo,
bro. Even the acting. I'm just talking about the racing scenes.
Oh yeah, no, the racing scenes was 100%. But you know, since I'm such a car enthusiast, I love the story behind Carol Shelby. And say like when he took the Ford owner. And say like the director or whatever inside the office and say, hey man, let me show you this. Let me tell you why I need my guys and why we got to do how we got to do. You'll say he's like, all right, bet you can have anything you want. After that,
that shit.
Nah, that movie's dope. That movie's dope.
No, that F1 sounds nuts. I gotta see it. I gotta see it in IMAX too. I gotta feel like I'm on the track.
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts, bro. It's Brad Pitt, Franklin Saint.
Oh, I got it. Days of Thunder. So have we had another racing movie as good as Days of Thunder?
I think Ford versus Ferrari's up there.
Ooh, I don't know.
Have you seen Ford versus Ferrari, Ken?
Yeah, I wasn't as high on it as you guys are.
What was it about it for you there?
I think there was a lot of drama in Days of Thunder, bro. That racing scene, that final racing scene, hey man, that shit was good as shit, bro. I don't think we've ever have touched that. I think the Ford versus Ferrari racing scenes were probably a little bit more realistic, maybe, I don't know. But it didn't feel as intense as Days of Thunder did.
For me, it was Talladega Nights. That was my movie.
I fuck with Talladega Nights though.
If you ain't first, you last.
I was gonna say, have you seen the movie Ferrari with
Kylo Ren?
Yeah, with Kylo Ren. It's messy, Ken. That's why I don't want you to see it. But it's not as intense with the racing scenes. There's some good ones though, and there's some fucked up shit that happened. But the story itself, messy as hell, bro.
Yeah, that one moment in Ford versus Ferrari, that shit was crazy when the wreck with the kids and stuff like that. Yeah,
you know, what movie has really good racing scenes too is based off a true story. Is Gran Turismo. I don't know if you ever watched that movie, but I remember.
I saw that.
Not the one with Clint Eastwood. What's that one?
The guy from C.
That's Gran Torino.
Yeah.
No, Gran Turismo. So basically, back when I was a kid and Gran Turismo first came out, you know, when you could first get on the internet with video games and stuff, there was kids setting like lap records at these historic tracks, and they're like, "Well, can somebody really translate digitally into the real world. So they had like this. This was the first time I ever seen what the hell they call it? Like the real world. What genre of TV is that?
Reality TV.
Reality TV. That was the first time I ever witnessed reality TV, where they took these gamer kids and they put them on the track and they recorded the whole process on TV. So this movie is about that, and then the kid that won became really good.
I see, that's what you were saying.
Driver.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. And I did see that with the one with the ugly dude from C. Yeah, I did see that one. That was interesting.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that is the movie I was talking about. Yeah.
That's Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
I didn't realize I watched it. I thought it was something else, but I think this F1 is going to be the best racing movie we've seen since you said Days of Thunder. I think this is going to be the one.
We need one,
and I'm hyping it up like that because I feel like with the way it's Apple TV production and all that shit, but everything gonna be crisp. It seemed like the story is gonna be interesting. We got good enough actors. I'm betting money on this one.
It might be an early night for us, fellas.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I was about to say the same thing, bro.
Spike might go to sleep.
I'm about to say Spike. He just said, "Yeah, go to night early, bro."
I want to see how that third quarter go. If we at this point in the third quarter and it's still up like this, I'm like, it may be a wrap.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the statement. This is how you have to play ball.
I get it, but they had to because hella niggas
not like this though,
shit.
Nick.
No.
The way they're playing right now, I do not see an Indiana comeback.
Again, we'll see, bro. We listen,
man. Just look when it comes to basketball tapes, man. Just listen to your boy FIFA, man. I know.
See the difference tonight. This the type of game
the
difference tonight, Nick, versus game one is that Indiana managed to stay connected, and OKC did not put them away. Like it feels like they're putting them away tonight. It's like there will be no hope tonight.
No, you're not going to be in striking distance.
Yeah.
You're going to make and the thing is, Indiana, because of how fast they play, they might make a run. They might make like a 6-0, 8-0 run. And then they're going to take a timeout and they're going to go like on a 12-0 run and be like, nah, bro, like it's not happening today. Today is not your day.
This is what pretty much a lot of people expected from the finals, right? Yeah. To see OKC dominating like this.
Look, 19-2 run.
Yeah,
OKC took them lightly that first game, I believe. I believe they took for granted, even that lead.
Yeah. Like, Shelton, do you, based on what you've watched, does Indiana look flustered?
Yeah, tonight, yes. They don't have no rhythm. They don't, they just don't seem like they have it at all. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about the normal play, the cast of characters. Somebody normally stands out early for them. You don't see anybody like being able to punch at all right now. There's nobody with nothing right now. So it's like you said, it's gonna be this one might
get shots not quick. Falling either.
Nope.
This is why we need a statistician because I want to know how many transition points they have because I'm pretty sure that's the difference in the game for Indiana right now. We know that like their momentum comes from them being able to score quick, and they haven't gotten any easy buckets.
Nope, none. OKC is playing some clamp down defense. Like because
the crazy thing is they did that in game one. Their defense was just
what I'm saying. They exposed that they don't have a half court offense. It's a lot of just fluid. Let's get the ball moving and try to catch them off guard. But
the biggest difference in game one is Indiana kind of matched them at times on the defensive end. So when OKC had possession, Indiana kind of caused confusion there too. But this game, OKC just looks comfortable. They just look like Chet getting off, SGA getting off. Like everybody getting the spots they want to get to, getting the buckets they want to get, and now you're seeing it.
What they just showed, right as coming out of this commercial break. If SGA wins this title, did you see all the shit, the accolades he just earned this year? Mm-hmm. Like All-Star appearance, All NBA first team, MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP. And it was and scoring champ. And if he gets a title and then wins Finals MVP off of that, like he would have the greatest single season of an NBA player in history.
And nobody would give a damn.
MJ still, because he didn't get defensive player.
Yeah.
MJ did all that plus defensive player, and obviously they didn't have.
And you know what, You know,
Still.
people, I'm happy to be wrong by that because that just proves that LeBron can never be the GOAT. Because anytime hey, Sheldon, I thought I had a stat that no one ever did. And people said, nah, MJ added a defensive player to get on top of that. I'm like, bro, this nigga was just crazy.
That's diabolical, right there.
But SGA up there though. But SGA is up there though.
I'm not saying
he's up there though.
But people, everything I just said, the fact you said someone did something that and better is nuts.
Yeah. That's crazy.
To add defensive player of the year, that shit it don't make sense. It don't make sense. Like how you got scoring champ, first team all NBA, all defense, you won everything. You won every award there is to give outside of rookie of the year.
That means you're just too good for the sport. I mean, the sport don't know what to do with you.
Right. That's got to be, and I thought about this. Let me ask y'all, it's probably hard being Michael Jordan. And what I mean by that is even now, the competitiveness in that man makes him feel like I can do this now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's easy as hell to be Michael Jordan retired. During this shit is hard. I love to be Michael Jordan retired. Shit,
I would too, but I still think at night it tortures him that people even question it. You know what I'm saying? No, based off what we know of him and how he is, it probably grinds his gears at times for people to say,
well, I think at this point in time, he's realized that if they never seen it, they won't they couldn't understand. It's like certain things, just like you just had to see. Like for kids these days who are just being born, they will never know like what the impact Michael Jackson had like on music and what kind of person that is. Like they can say, "Oh no, Beyonce is that," and it's like, yeah, you can say that, but Michael Jackson he just stood there for 10 minutes at the Super Bowl, wasted all that time, and nigga was like, "It's worth it."
Yeah.
but you know what though, and here's the thing that I don't disagree with you, but I also feel like it's up to the parents. I feel like a lot of parents, they don't be showing their kids stuff like that because I know a lot of this stuff. Like I didn't grow up in an American household, so like I got a lot of Hispanic, origins, and I can show you like classic songs and stuff like that. But for my kid, bro, I play Michael Jackson all the time. Like I play Michael Jackson videos. I put him on. You know what I'm saying? Like I will always forever put him on to like, yo, this was the original, dog. Like you can have all of this, Beyonce, Jay, everything, but like these are the classics. You know what I'm saying?
It's just
but
I wonder. But I mean, I get that FIFA, but it's still different because they don't. They have to be.
See it. You gotta see it.
Yeah, that is the
difference.
It's
like to say because when we talk, like if you told your kid about Janet Jackson, you'd be like, yeah, bro. But when her titty popped out at the Super Bowl, that shit changed the game. He ain't gonna know what that feels. You can show him. He ain't gonna understand what that meant. Like in real time
at the moment. Yep.
We ain't never seen like that before.
I was trying to explain that to my son about my moment, like my manhood moment. Mine was, let me tell y'all what mine was. Mine was watching Prince Purple Rain when Apollonia, he told her to get in the lake and she took her clothes off. I was like losing my mind. So I was trying to explain it to my son. Like he was dying laughing like, "Oh, you crazy." So everybody got one of them kind of moments, but yeah, you still had to be there.
I was gonna say, people, and this is where a part of the conversation I wanted to talk about. You know how you were saying like you wish you could like kind of show them your son or just the youth certain things about people that you grew up on. You like, bro, yeah, if he was there, you would have noticed they was a legend. That's how I feel about Wayne when I listen to Carter 6, bro. It was like, bro, niggas will never know what Wayne really sounds like. They don't give a damn about the Carter series now. This just sound like some goofy shit. It's more of like, nah, nigga, when Carter 2, Carter 3 dropped, nigga, the world stopped. We all blessed. We all press play.
Like, remember how like just pop culture in general was in a chokehold by Amelie. Amelie was everywhere. Commercials, like in the hood, you heard people playing it. Like it was just everywhere. Amelie was a rap.
He turned a song about getting his dick sucked into one of the greatest rap songs of the 2000s. Lollipop shouldn't have been as big as it was. I swear that record is good
because it did not age well.
But it's not the best record in the world. No. But it was a monster hit, nigga. Because he was on fire.
And you know what's crazy about that song? that was actually a diss to the Dream.
Yeah, because it's his baby mama situation.
Yeah, the Nivea situation. Like they messed with each other's chicks and then had babies by them.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And then that's why the Dream has a song, I Love Your Girl.
Yeah,
that was his response.
Dream was
crazy. People don't know
to say the producer for Beyonce used to be a A-list R&B singer at one point in time. Is like, yeah, you had to be there moment too.
Yeah, he had like a 3-year run, and then it was a wrap.
It was a wrap after that.
Yeah, Weekend came in the game, and then it was like it shut down everybody in R&B for real.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I thought we was about to be wrong for a second, and then
I did too.
On the run,
they responded. OKC learned from game one. They responded.
Yeah,
they came right back at. But Indiana, they just do not go away, and anything within 15 points is a winnable game for them.
20.
And you 20 against 20, this team. Man?
This team,
it never got to 20 in game one.
Yeah,
it only got to 15, didn't it?
No, they got over 15.
No, not last game.
No, Don Nelson 15,
bro. Boy, Don Nelson looked like a waxed version of himself.
Oh man.
Jay, I think it was Jay the Jet mentioned earlier that Gone in 60 Seconds was another good one. I forgot about that. That was a good movie, bro.
Yeah, it was just a good movie.
I rewatched that movie. It's better than what I remember it to be, but the racing scenes wasn't that great, bro. If you rewatch it, it felt like it was because it was like
it was just a storyline because it wasn't about racing.
Yeah,
like it was about stealing cars, so there wasn't going to be a lot of racing in it. But you know that car, that 67 Mustang, the value of that vehicle like quadrupled overnight. Quadrupled. Like there's people that created businesses and recreating that Eleanor car. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all they do. They'll buy a 67 shell. You know, they give you engine packages, all of that type. They built a whole business model off of that.
Another what was the name of it?
Y'all remember the name?
Eleanor, yeah.
Eleanor. Yeah.
Eleanor. Hey. You got to call it by it. You called it that Mustang, FIFO.
No,
it ain't that Mustang.
No, I said Eleanor
too. He said Eleanor.
Okay.
He said Eleanor.
Yeah, I said Eleanor too. Eleanor too. But also another car, and obviously this was built for racing, the first Fast and Furious. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, pop culture changed. Like because I was always in the car game, so like me and my homies, we would, you know, drive fast and stuff. But after that, like the car meet became a thing. Like the car meet wasn't really a thing like that. You would go and like race. But after Fast and Furious, like the car meet became a whole like $1 billion industry for automotive aftermarket.
Again, that's a thing where you had to be there, where you see like you on Fast 11 now, and these niggas jumping over Grand Canyon.
That shit goofy. But that first like, one, the first couple,
it was pure.
It was pure.
It was like,
it was pure.
That's when like racing movies started becoming like a thing. I was even gonna say like, but I was thinking of this isn't a racing movie, but the racing scene is iconic. Bad Boys 2, when they was on that bridge, bro.
No, hey, wait, hold on. You went to Bad Boys 2. Bad Boys 1. The best
Porsche,
scene, the best scene in that movie is toward the end when Martin Lawrence took the wheel and he's out here whipping. You know what I'm saying?
And he was playing chicken with him.
Yeah. You said, oh, that's how you drive.
Yeah.
That's how you drive. That is the scene of that movie, bro. And I know that movie forward and backwards, bro. I can recite every line on that movie. I love that fucking movie. Classic. I think Bad Boys, the first one, classic movie.
Yeah, but the race, the bridge, the highway scene in Bad Boys 2 to me changed how movies would shoot like car scenes or like car chases like that. Like when they was dropping boats and all that other shit, like in cars, and Will had to drive through that with Martin over there. Like that shit was iconic in my opinion.
Let me ask y'all a question. We're a couple of seconds away, and I guess for maybe Shelton, we need really Jalen here, and maybe B. But I saw the post about Angel Reese from the Hater Report.
Shoot it.
About you know, she did a lot of theatrics only to go score 4 points and lose by 30. At what point does she need to really have a game to where it's
like she is the epitome? look, this is the reason why
you saying she the female Draymond?
Worse than that. Where at least Draymond get like quadruple single. You know what I'm saying? She not that, and she wants to lump herself in with Caitlin Clark. And it's like,
I don't know if she wants to do that, but I feel like
she's tied to her regardless.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like at some point, when is she gonna?
All of her headlines are like, oh, you know, the WNBA is up, and it's not just because of her. Like
that was last year, though.
I would say, Ken, I think to what people saying, like, she does look at herself as like an elite basketball player.
Yes.
And I think when people keep on bringing up her stats and the things that she do is like, well, are you at least like Halliburton? Do you show up in like the clutch or something like that? And it's like, nah, not
you do fucking something.
Yeah, and I think, but her popularity is just her popularity. Like I think her popularity is bigger than her production.
Absolutely, and that's
how long is that going to last? And go ahead, Shelton.
That's what I was going to say. It's going to have to sustain her because basketball wise, I don't think she'll ever be what she wants to be basketball. And part of that is because her fame comes from off the basketball court. You know, on the basketball court, she does one thing well. She rebounds the basketball. Regardless of what they say about her, girl going to average 12 rebounds a game like it ain't nothing. Stick to what you do well and focus on I say keep focusing on the outside. And
you know,
I look at it, Drake, was that
Dennis Rodman.
So it sounds, you know, the only reason I can't say Dennis is because Dennis did several things on the court well that he doesn't get credit for. He was a great rebounder, but he was a great defensive player. He got in people's heads. He really maneuvered well. Dennis was one of the smartest basketball players on the court anytime he was on it. She'll never be that. What she does well.
And he was high. He was high end like rebounder, defender. So at least you could see like, oh, this nigga got 20 rebounds, 24, you know what I'm saying? And he locked up the best player or some shit like that. It's like, okay, it's like if she played Caitlin and if she was just what she was doing in any other game, but like when she played Caitlin, she was locking her up, like Caitlin couldn't do shit. Then you could say like, all right, she got something that like going for her, but it's kind of like I think she's still young, so she can get better. But right now, her marketing is doing much better than what she's doing on the court.
Yeah, and I want so much more for her because she will be judged at some point by what she does on the court.
Yeah,
all of this shit outside of that, Shelton, that shit it's only gonna last for so long, bro.
Yeah, that's why I said, you know, I honestly don't think she's gonna get that much better on the court. That sounds harsh to say, but it's just true with a lot of these players. They're not going to put, because she has so much going on outside, she's never going to put the main focus and keep the main thing. She's not going to do that. Her main thing is not basketball. And we know that to be true, and it probably never will be. And I'll give you a great example. Caitlin, those tickets when Caitlin Clark play against her are through the roof. When Caitlin Clark went down, you can get a ticket as low as $3. That's not a joke. That's a $3 ticket to go see the same two teams that 300 would have been a ticket, you know what I'm saying, if Caitlin was there. So in saying that, she need to focus on that marketing, the media, even get into acting. I would use the basketball to parlay it into so much other stuff.
Well, I mean, she ain't. It's not like it ain't working now. Like if that's the case, like her marketing team deserves a raise for the fact that she got all this publicity, all this attention, and all that stuff, and she's not really producing on a superstar level.
No,
but I feel like that's them also betting on her. Like, all right, now, like we got this engine running, bro. You got to put some gas in this motherfucker, otherwise we go. Now it's on you. So I think she do got a lot. If she win a title though, then she good.
Yeah, like how long will she stay in the league at this level? And that's the thing. Like this should be out of here for real if you don't have any real skill set. But let's talk about this game real quick. We're at halftime. Is a dominating performance. A lot of the shit that FIFA was saying earlier is coming to fruition. His point is being realized in real time in terms of dominating and not giving them a moment to breathe. They are doing that. And if they keep this up for the third quarter, we'll holler at y'all. But
yeah,
it's 59-41. Indiana went on their patented run where it don't feel like a run, but next thing you know, they're within striking distance, and OKC came back out and put them boys right back to bed. Right now, Chet, I think it's the difference maker. Shelter, you were talking about others coming to help Shay, SGA, and they've done that. Chet has 11. SGA has 15. Jalen Williams showed up early with 9. And the bench has been awesome. 8 from Aaron Wiggins, 8 from Caruso, and a couple of other points chipped in. Conversely, on the other side, we ain't got a lot of action from Indiana. Siakam just had a run to get to 9 points. Aaron Nesmith just hit a 3, so he
look
was
at Halliburton's stats.
I was getting to it. Turner, I don't even know. This is what he'll do every once in a while. Nembar was out there playing like he's supposed to be the superstar on the team. We're doing shit but shooting bricks. But Halliburton, 1 of 5, 3 points, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. That ain't enough, bro. That ain't enough.
That's not superstar.
He's starting to, definitely not superstar, but it reminds me of so remember when like the Chiefs back when they had a shitball defense, early Patty years, and he'd be down by like 30 points, and then all of a sudden he went by 20. It's like what? it's like Halliburton's sneaky ass would be like, bro, yeah, I got 3 points right now. Watch, I end up with 20 and the game winner, and then be like, all right, well, all's forgiven.
Because that's exactly what he did the last game.
That's exactly what he had. What 14 points, 10 rebounds, and what like 8, like 6 assists. It's like that's not no sexy stat line. That's basic as it. That's what Rondo used to do.
Right. Like, but all you're gonna remember is that shot, and then that was the toughest shot he could have. That was the toughest shot he could have ever taken. He
takes the toughest shot with the ugliest shot. That's why he ain't a superstar, Ken. Because don't nobody want to imitate his shot. He ain't gonna say, you know how people used to be like 3, 2, 1, throw me. You ain't doing that with Halliburton. You don't know what type of shot.
I went back and rewatched that sequence when I got home. While I do think SGA deserves some criticism, I do want to modify my stance a little bit. That was a tough shot by him, but that's a shot he hits. Yeah. But he did carry that team down the stretch. Jalen Williams missed a bad shot, and pretty much nobody else showed up to play for him to help him get that. But FIFA, what I want to ask is, as a point guard he has to control the flow of the game. What can he do to kind of get OKC a little bit out of the element? How can he get control of this game?
In terms of Tyrese?
Yeah, Halliburton. Is there anything he can do?
You got to push the pace.
OKC
you got to push the pace. And
that, though, it looks like.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine because you're playing against another elite point guard. If they didn't have an elite point guard, then, you should dominate pace control. But when you're playing against another guy that is at your level or higher, then the pace is going to be the pace, but you got to dictate the pace for your squad. He's not doing that, and he's also not being aggressive enough. Even if it's not translating into points, it should translate into assists, because when you're driving and kicking, or even the hockey assists, obviously, you can't see that stat line, but he's not aggressive enough in this game. He has to play a little bit more downhill, and he has to start making plays. Like because that's his main thing. And that's sometimes it's hard to quantify because it's not just assists. Making plays is 0 turnovers as well. You know what I'm saying? So he's not in that rhythm just yet. He's the reason why they're down 18 right now. Tyrese got to pick it up.
Yeah, it felt like the team got rattled, discombobulated. And granted, he was on the bench for most of that, but when he came in the game, he didn't get control of it and settle people down and get everybody into their sets and kind of control the pace from the Pacers standpoint.
They got to be sped up. They got to be quicker.
Yeah, shout out to AJP. Appreciate the love. Appreciate that. Marty McFly said that Isaiah Joe was FIFO's pick for Defensive Player of the Year. Still not enough hate for that. Any picks that come to mind you wish you could take back?
Dang, what? I can't remember the picture.
I had to go back.
I need to go back and see.
Y'all don't keep a note anywhere?
I remember. Yeah, I had to find a note.
Like picks for like the end of the year awards. I like my pick still because I will. My pick looked ugly at the end, but Malik Beasley from the Pistons as 6th man of the year. But Pritchard ain't do shit in the playoffs.
Yeah, I had Pritchard as mine.
They was gassing up Pritchard in the playoffs. Boy,
I think mine is still no. Mine got put out.
Defensive Player of the Year, Evan Mobley.
I put Draymond.
So yeah, I found my note. I put MVP as
Yeah,
Joker.
you should take that Draymond back, Nick.
I asked him to play defense. Show I ain't asked him to do nothing else.
He didn't even do that though. He got smoked. That's what they were saying. Draymond was the defensive reason they lost. Well, that wasn't the only reason.
Yeah, I'll say
they didn't have enough offense.
But he didn't nothing on defense at all.
But I think at this point, Draymond's defense is fueled by offense. You know, and obviously it's not about scoring buckets, it's just being in the flow of the game, right? Because Draymond at his best is pushing the rock, a lot of dribble handoffs. He's a decision maker on offense a lot. But when you don't have that gravity thing called, you know what I'm saying, Steph, the Chef Curry out there, it's hard for him to be in his game. You know what I'm saying? So I think it took him out of his defensive game too.
I agree with you, FIFO, but in saying that, that's why he can't be defensive player of the year.
I don't disagree. Because
if it takes something to make you do what you're supposed to be doing, you know.
But you know,
who should have been defensive player of the year?
Who won it? I forgot who won it.
I think it was Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley. That's who I had. That's who I had.
I think you had him too.
No, I didn't have him. I had
Oh, you had Isaiah.
Yeah, Isaiah.
Hey, another question, because I just happened to see this earlier too, but a couple of people asked us about it. Did anybody see the Beasley versus Lance 1-on-1?
I saw a couple highlights, but I didn't see it. Hey, what is the story behind? And of course, Beasley won. Beasley supposedly was beating LeBron 1-on-1.
Beasley was good, but he had
he was the early mental health issues.
Yeah.
Oh, for real, man. I watched a piece of his, man. That was crazy, man. He was saying everybody from his mama to the age, everybody was taken from him. That was crazy.
Yeah. Everybody thought
he was medicated.
Yeah.
Everybody he has medication issues.
Everybody thought he was just smoking weed and being light-skinned. That's why they had to put up with him.
And he was at Kansas State. He was a monster. I remember that dude was a monster.
That's why he was third. He was what, number 2 or number 3 overall?
No, he was drafted number 3 or number 2.
I know he wasn't 1, but he was top 3.
Yeah, Derrick Rose was taking number 1.
I think there would be a good idea for an all-star game to have one.
Yeah, they would never do it now.
Yeah,
niggas don't want to get cooked.
They don't want to.
It'd be like go up against Kyrie. It's like, nah, I'm not.
I don't think you would have superstars doing it, but you can have, some other guys.
Those players trying to build a name. I agree. He said now he said himself. He said the one player that he can't mess with is Bam. He said Bam is better than a lot of people think. He said Bam should get at least 8 more shots per game. He said Bam is
really.
Michael Beasley said Michael Beasley. He said I put everything on it. And he was talking to what's my man name that played there forever? Udonis Haslem. He said the same thing. They were like, man, y'all just don't know how good Bam is.
I ain't trying to hear all that, bro. What was that in the finals?
I'm with you, Nick, but yeah, they said that they tried to tell Spo. They was like, Spo, you gotta let him cook. They was like,
Spo in the practices too, Sheldon. that nigga said
they both said that they told Spo, like, look, y'all need to let that boy. That boy is that one. Man. They say, but Bam like that.
1v1 is different than team basketball.
1,000,000%.
Well, they said team basketball too. They both were saying that Bam is like that. They were saying that Bam is a point guard trapped in a powerful. And Udonis Haslem said, I promise you, by the end of his career, he's gonna be a point guard. I was like, I never thought about Bam like that.
Bam slow ass?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you what I was talking about.
That's Ken. The way you reacted is the reason why I was like, bro, you talking to Michael Beasley, who was drafted by Miami.
But it was Udonis Haslem that was saying.
I'm just saying his best coked out days was in Miami. and I'm saying Udonis Haslem was drafted and was the president of Miami. His best coked out days is in Miami. They gassing up anything they see in that gym.
They said it, man. They were saying it.
I believe that they said it. I don't believe. I don't.
That is true.
It's just hard to see it, visualize it.
Yeah.
In terms of like on the court playing within a structured offense.
He ain't say shooting guard, Ken. He said point guard.
They said point guard. That's nuts. They said he got it like that. They say Bam is like that. And I was like, is he? Which I ain't never seen it, so I can't say that to be true. But
But
the
here's the
way they
thing.
were
They
talking,
ain't see it for real either. They is behind them Coke bottles.
They were like, damn, this motherfucker nice.
Boy, he can play point. I swear he can.
oh man,
The
My
only
thing
big
is,
man,
I believe them. I think him playing against somebody else 1v1, he's probably cooking. Who the hell is he playing?
right.
Is he cooking
Come on,
Tyler
man.
Hero?
They were saying, but see, like I
Jimmy
said,
Butler?
no, he
He
was saying,
cooking
he was
Udonis
saying,
you remember he was on the USA team.
he was saying him because they were saying
They were
Michael.
like, this
They were
motherfucker
saying
good.
they were saying
That's what
Michael
you got.
Beasley was beating LeBron. Like LeBron couldn't mess with Michael Beasley. That was the rumor, and everybody was saying it was true. So he said, well, they were like, well, who's the one player that can get you because nobody else can? He said it was Bam. He said Bam is the one I can't mess with Bam. And we know Bam to be tough now. Bam was nice in college, and Bam
Don't try to gas him up now,
game.
Sheldon. Bro, anybody trying to hear this? We trying to watch OKC versus Indy, bro. We ain't give a damn about Bam's yesterday.
It's just how do you unlock that and get those 8 shots you want to give him?
Hey, no, not me, Ken.
Shots?
Not me, Ken. That's what they said. I didn't say none of this.
Hey, Sheldon, he had more than 8 shots in that final series, did he not?
He did.
And he ain't do a damn thing when he damn one of them.
I didn't say it, Ken. No, it was not me. I did not.
Shit, what did he do this year in the playoffs? Now
said
he's the guy now. Jimmy's gone.
Yeah, right. So Tyler
Now,
Hero
he ain't the guy.
money.
It's Tyler Hero who the guy. That's they.
Yeah,
that's
Tyler
the
Hero the
end-all
one that's
deal.
getting it. Yeah, they said that Exploded won't let him get off. So I'm like, oh, well,
Spo
that
gonna
could be
get
the
fired.
case.
Spo is never
You
getting
think
fired.
so?
Spo gonna get fired one day. FIFA.
Nope.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
The only way is when Pat Riley not there. If
Yeah,
Pat Riley
don't
there,
do
he's
it.
not gonna get
That's
fired.
the last thing Pat gonna do as far as that.
Why does hell does
On the way out the
Wimbar
door.
think he like this superstar?
Because he made that one move and they played it over and over. You seen it?
The one where he was
Where he was
and then he hit
dribbling
the
through his
three.
leg. Yeah.
I was
So
like,
they
who the hell
okay.
he think that? What are you doing? Who the hell do you think you are right now,
Yeah.
bro? Why
Yeah.
are you doing this? And this shit went in. He keep doing that same move, Shelton.
Yeah, that's it. He did it that one time it worked. And he saw them highlights, Ken, all day. He probably watched that all day. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna do it again.
He got about 5 blowjobs from the 5 white women. Soon as he got off the plane. Soon as he got back to his hotel, boy.
He did it in his sleep.
Yeah, he looks crazy, bro. Stop dribbling the ball like that. Bro, move and get your open shot, bro. You falling right into their trap.
I'd be sitting there just looking at it like,
Hey, Sheldon.
what you gonna do with that?
Hey, he got to make a name for himself, Sheldon, because you look like the oldest brother from B5. he got to get outside of that mold. Like, ain't you from B5? Like, nah, nigga, I hoop.
Oh man. Shout out to B5.
B5 ain't shit.
Don't do that, Nick. I had a single on B5 at one point.
All right, go listen to that single, everybody. Outside of that, there ain't shit.
It's the nerve.
This the X Factor, Ken. Lou Dort. They gonna go as hard. Dort take a what?
Yeah.
Chet is a irrelevant ass nigga, bro.
This is a hard. And for those of you out there that gamble, this series is so hard because I was looking at the lines like, okay, this is the finals, and most times during this time is the best time for a better to bet because certain things are usually true. Like, who was in the finals last year? Who were the teams? Boston and
Dallas.
Yeah. And Dallas. So you knew you could bet Luka pretty much any night. You knew you could pretty much count on Boston's big two. Those guys are going to show up and hit these lines. These guys right here, you can't bet on Tyrese Halliburton.
It's just SGA.
That's it. That's it. That's what I'm saying. So in saying that, you don't know, you can't bet on Chet. You can't bet on Jalen Williams because his line is always going to be too high. You can bet on Siakam, but that's not a sure bet either. There's times when he doesn't show up. So this game, these teams are not filled with consistent performance. You're going to get a performance from somebody, but you just don't know who.
Yeah.
You don't know who. BL, I'm going to do a studio writing stories vlog for real, man, because them sessions were crazy.
Yeah, though. Yeah, I say they better be not them Diddy sessions, nigga.
No.
You better keep them rated PG.
Yeah. Hey, you saw B5 did a thing, and it was all over the internet where they were saying Diddy yelled at them. Like,
That's
about
it.
that?
That's the issue.
That was their issue. They said that he was like, man, I was on the phone with Diddy. Diddy asked him, was the steps done? He said, yeah. And Diddy started cussing him out, saying it wasn't. I was like, well, damn, that's the case. Everybody yelled at me. Everybody.
I was gonna say shit.
I've been wondering when they were gonna actually try to go have Turner go at Chet when they have that matchup.
You would think it would have happened a lot earlier. They should have attacked it earlier. They got to find a way to attack and like stick with that attack at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure whoever.
But Turner is like he somewhat can do what you want him to do, but he ain't gonna never do it consistently or it will look like it will look good. While like you would think you can get a better offensive play than what you're giving it the ball to Miles Turner.
The Pacers have a lot of inconsistent players that are consistent enough within how this offense is designed.
Yep.
Because they play it like Miles, you can give me 20 and 10 today, bet. Oh, Siakam, you can give me 30 and 8 today, bet. Oh, Nimrod, you can give me 15 points.
Man, you gonna stop being disrespectful, man.
But they don't ever have to rely on them.
Till they win the title, they ain't shit.
And to your point, Nick, Turner just showed why they don't do that shit. Because everything looked good until it got to the rim.
Exactly. He like a goddamn he tried to do a Euro and ended up walking like Barney.
Yeah, he tried to do that shit Siakam doing.
RFK Master. I love that name. RKF Master. Nimrod.
Oh, you see that
we know exactly who you're talking about. So it simply matters.
I was gonna say, Ken, I don't know if you noticed, they said Nick Chubb is going to Houston.
I did see that.
Oh wow!
Which I'm surprised. I'm surprised because I'm like, I thought Mixon
look good.
I thought Mixon was they for sure thing.
He is probably still though, Nick. You can never have enough good running backs because we know how that go.
Yeah, but
Nick Chubb is coming off an injury too, though, man. So we don't know if this Nick Chubb is gonna be all right. But I don't know if you saw the video like of a couple months ago, like him squatting like 500 and something.
Yeah,
he's gonna do that. He just
he
just a gym freak.
Just repaired the knee, bro.
Yeah,
I've been saying he's gonna test it because he's a gym freak, bro. He always gonna try to test it. He gonna fuck around and hurt himself doing that goofy shit because ain't nobody asking him to do that, nigga. We ask you, can you do 16 games, 17 games a week?
But you know what? It's not his fault that people, because he's so physical that they go low like that on him. I don't know if you saw the hit that took him out. Like
it was nasty.
It's just a byproduct of like, I'm not trying to take the punishment you dishing out.
No.
So they go low. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing he can do. What he can do is just, if he really wants to play football, is get back to shape, which obviously he's done. So I think it's going to be a help. And I think it takes a load off of the quarterback.
You talking about
CJ Stroud.
Yeah,
because now you can really run the rock. Like you can really be a run first team.
Yeah,
that's not how this team runs and how it wins games though, FIFO. But they're not a run-based team. They're throwing offense.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is that now you could be a little bit more balanced, and you can still throw out of a 2-back set. Both of those guys are good in a catch game. You'll say I think Joe Mixon a little bit more than Nick Chubb, but Nick Chubb got hands too. You're saying you could utilize them like that. So I'm not saying you have to completely change your philosophy, but we know what wins, what'll put a team away if you have a lead, and they obviously have an elite level quarterback. So getting a 10-point lead isn't that difficult, but now you can maintain those leads a little bit longer because we could run the rock.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that they lost Stephon Diggs. You got Tank Dell coming off injury. You're going to have to change up your philosophy and take some of that pressure off your quarterback anyway. So you want to be able to run the ball. And we know how these running backs are injury prone. If you got a 1 and 1A, which Joe Mixon he's the guy. There's not a question about that. You want another guy behind him that's proven, and you giving him a shot. It's a 1-year deal, and I'm sure it's incentive laden in the mug. If he go out there and can do, be half of what he was, he'll be an asset to have in the room. Plus, he's a good player. He ain't gonna make no waves and none of that stuff. That's type player that
consummate professional.
Yeah. So that's what you want. That's what you want in your room. That way, because Pierce is still there. They got a couple other running backs in that room still too.
They didn't let Pierce go. Pierce ain't shit after that rookie year he had.
Yeah, that rookie year was out of nowhere.
Yeah, because I put him on my fantasy team one time.
Oh, Damon Pierce.
He didn't do a damn thing.
Yeah. So he ain't been the same since that year.
Since they got game film on.
Yeah. So yeah, but we'll see where that team lies. I'm more interested in see who's gonna be catching passes. Because is Robert Woods still there? I don't think Robert Woods is on the team anymore.
I don't know if they just got Nico. Robert Woods is the worst. He's one of the worst still active wide receivers in the league. And not saying he's the worst, like trash. He's just like the trash of the good wide receivers.
Yeah.
He old as hell and he don't do a damn thing except block.
Pretty much.
So I just saw this thing. This is 3 days old. I know we're talking basketball, but I'm gonna switch to the football real quick. It says Shador was the only QB with no first team reps at the Browns OTAs.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that though.
He a fifth round pick. That's why.
Yeah,
but if Dylan Gabriel is getting a couple,
he was third round. You know,
that's it's still fine, FIFO, because what's going to happen, and that to me it's still early. It's OTAs 1. 2, when the preseason starts, there's going to be games you ain't going to see no Joe Flacco in the preseason, regardless as to what happens. We're not going to see Joe Flacco reps in the preseason. You may see 1 or 2 Kenny Pickett, if that, but for the most part, it's going to be mano and mano, those two against each other. So he's definitely going to get his time to prove himself. Plus, everybody's making a big deal about, and everybody doing it, man. Everybody can slow their horses, but everybody talking about his accuracy and his command of the offense in the huddle already in OTA. So he getting a lot of positive info being put out there on him, but it's still early. So at this point, you just got to stay balanced.
Hey, Ken, sometimes you got to put up, I know we don't have the graphic for it, but sometimes you got to put up the bail bondsman graphic. You just put it right under Shelton because he just said a bunch of nothing.
No, I prefaced it. I said this is early. This means nothing. I said this means nothing. I said it's going.
That means Shador ain't good enough right now. That's what it means.
No.
If he ain't getting the first thing, if he ain't getting no reps, he ain't
you can't
good
say
enough.
that, Nick. You can't say that, Nick. We know if we don't know anything else. No, we don't know any. If we don't know anything else, we know that this league is definitely politically driven. So it ain't always about play. Right. It's politics involved in this too.
All right.
So yeah, I ain't even looking at that. But I'm at the same time.
We've seen the politics. Listening to the politics doesn't influence who can play and who can't play.
No.
They let a lot of motherfuckers play that they don't agree with, i.e. Aaron Rodgers, as long as that nigga can play.
Here we go again, Ken. We can't get off early tonight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they just won't. They
won't.
Going,
they like
bro.
some cockroaches in the projects. But
if OKC lose tonight, Ken, man, we having a conversation on Tuesday.
Man, that's crazy. They battling though, man. Shout out to Indiana for putting up a fight at least, because a lot of teams would have packed it up and just went on home. But once again, they've done it already, so they kind of know what to do.
Man, fuck Indiana. Don't give a damn about that. We wanted to see New York.
Hey, Nick, what you think about the reports out that the Knicks are gonna go all in for Giannis?
I'm with it. I mean, as long as they keep Brunson and I would say try to keep OG, but I know somebody's going to have to go. I'm more so worried about the bench. I'm not even worried about the stars. I'm worried about the bench.
I saw somebody in the comments say y'all gonna have a bunch of vloggers on y'all's bench.
Bruh, we gonna have the Joe Budden podcast on the bench. It's like
Spike Lee gonna be on the team.
It's like the bench is trash. You gotta have a bench. No matter how good your starting five is, you need a bench. and like a legit above average bench. And that's my main concern with all these trades is that we always giving up hella assets just to get one nigga or a couple people, and it's like that just kills us on the back end. So I'm not nervous. I'm not really worried about if we can get Giannis. And I'm like, who else can we upgrade on the bench?
Can you imagine how good though that'll be with Brunson and Giannis together?
Oh, that's nuts. That's a championship.
I think it looks good on paper.
Don't do that.
You don't think it'll look good in the game, Ken?
That's a championship, Ken.
Because the reason why I think it looks great is because Giannis is what everybody wants Cat to be. Cat got the talent, but Giannis gonna give you effort every night.
Nah, because Cat is better offensively. If Giannis could do half the things that Cat does, he's the greatest player of all time.
I think Brunson would be the problem.
Yeah. I don't
think so. I think Brunson can defer. He just hasn't seen a nigga he can defer to. He had Julius Randle and Karl-Anthony Towns. Kid, who are you deferring in that situation?
He's a volume shooter, bro. He needs but he's in his hand.
He's an efficient volume shooter though. Like he doesn't need 30 shots to get 30 points. Like he can get 30 points in like based off how he gets to the foul line with like 12 to 15 shots. The rest can go to Giannis.
He's gonna have to get back to his Dallas way.
He gets the team involved a lot too because he can average over like 7 assists. So he's not like a selfish guy. I just think that when you have Julius Randle and or Karl-Anthony Towns on your team, it's like I'm not deferring to these niggas. These niggas have not been consistent enough to say that, oh yeah, you should heavily go to them.
Green Beans, I think it worked well with Lucas because Brunson wasn't clearly defined as a guy now. Now he is a guy. So back then it was all different because nobody saw Brunson in the way that some of us on this program did.
Oh yeah, I said it was. I said I gave him the nickname Day One, Sheldon. I was like, that's Brun.
Yeah.
OKC trying to shut this shit down.
I think Giannis a better fit in San Antonio.
With Wemby?
That's
best defense in they'll be the best defense in the NBA.
Man, every time Pacers get within striking distance, OKC answer. They get it to 13. OKC go on a run.
And then they force them to play half court offense.
Turner. Donnie got something going with Turner, though.
I do want to see Giannis in San Antonio. And that's me as a Knicks fan. Like, I would like to see, because I'm more so just I don't know, I'm somewhat still a supporter of De'Aaron Fox. So I want him to like prove that Sacramento was wrong, just like Halliburton proving Sacramento was wrong.
Well, with the Fox thing, Fox wanted to go. It wasn't like organizationally like.
And can you blame him? I thought the Mike Brown thing was the reason why he was like, I'm done.
Boy, they
he got Mike Brown fired, and then he didn't want to be there anymore. So just it is what it is.
They fumbled.
That's different than the Halliburton. Halliburton, they was just like, we want to
get rid of one of y'all
to get. Yeah. Well, no, we just want to trade you to get DeMontis. We feel like that's a better pairing with De'Aaron, which obviously they made the playoffs and they were relatively successful.
Yeah.
If they won that game 7 against Golden State, we look at that whole team differently.
If Fox's ankle hadn't got hurt and they won that game, it would have been a different story. And I thought that they were going to build on that the next year because they had pieces in place and they brought in more. They had pieces in place to be successful, and they already had the experience of playing in big games. You thought they'd make the next step, but they took a step back, and that was the end of it. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have an answer though. But let me not do that because we've done that before in the next.
Yeah, because you look at it, Siakam isn't playing well. He's shooting bad from the field. It's still like a 16-point game, but it's really about OKC. Can they keep playing their game and basically dictate the game?
Mm-hmm.
And so far they are.
Halliburton still ain't
doing shit.
3 points, 4 rebounds, 3 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. That's nothing for him.
Yeah, he ain't doing shit.
He got 3 more points than you, Sheldon.
Yeah, right. Indiana cannot get into any type of offensive rhythm or flow. They just handing the ball to Siakam right now.
He shouldn't have been doing all that goofball dancing with his daddy.
I can't stand his Smeagol ass looking daddy.
You just such a Halliburton hater, boy.
Bro, I
With
don't
good
want
reason.
I don't want nothing good to happen to him, FIFO. That's why it's hard for me to. I don't know who to root for in this finals, because a part of me wants to talk shit about OKC kid because of Sam Presti. Because if they lose this game somehow, some way, boy.
I think Nick, you win either way, bro.
Because if Sam Presti, if they end up winning, I'm gonna say it's about damn time. This is the first time I respected them if they win the chip. The day they win the chip.
If Indy don't win another game in this series, we're gonna forget all about Halliburton. Especially if he keep playing like this.
Yeah, like this. We're gonna forget about the end of this game.
We're gonna keep replaying. We're gonna keep replaying that Dwayne Wade clip. Like this fucking goofball.
Oh man.
Nemar, I swear he out here balling, bro. Every time he get the ball,
he trying to do some goofy shit, bro.
So, yeah, Rick Carlisle got to talk to him, bro.
Yeah.
He got to get him.
Listen, man.
It's like, yeah, bro, you playing out there like you little Fizz. Just because you look like him, nigga, don't mean you got to play like him.
Who was that? Reed Shepherd out there? Reed Shepherd need to grow a beard, bro.
Yeah, that mustache is
I'm so sick of looking at that damn mustache.
Like he'll give you a ticket, he'll pull you over.
Like he's supposed to be, like he chips. Like he's supposed to be. Where your motorcycle at? Give somebody a ticket.
Oh man.
But he can shoot. But he you gonna pass it to Tope? To this guy?
Oh, he Ben Shepherd, Ken.
Well, whatever his name, it don't matter. But either way, yeah, because Reed Shepherd is it don't matter.
So
Ben Shepherd.
Yeah, I knew you was talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't keep playing. Obi Toppin had the game of his 3-point shooting life.
He did.
He hasn't been shooting the three well in the playoffs. Hallie, you gotta shoot that ball, man.
That's the thing about Indy, Ken, is like one night
you got the floater
game their life.
That's what I'm saying. Shoot it. And I know it's just a natural, it's instinctive for him once he, dribbles into the paint and draws the defense in to kick it out for a wide open three. But they need you now, bro. You got to step up.
Yeah, and you didn't do nothing in the first half. You did. He should have came out this quarter and been super aggressive. I would have taken half the shots in this quarter if I was Halliburton.
He's a point guard. It's not about the shots. It's about just being aggressive. That's an aggressive move. Even if he would have, if there was somebody wide open, he got the assist off or something like that. That's what I mean. Just be aggressive. Attack, play downhill, attack the basket, play with more pace. Because they're still playing too slow for me. That's the reason why they haven't been able to.
I think that's OKC is causing that to happen, though.
I agree with you in most instances, FIFO. The reason why I say he needs to score is because he is their leading scorer. And at this point, that's what you have not been doing. And we can't rely on the others to get going right now. So you got to kind of lead the charge at this point. You can get them in position, but I just think in this particular instance, when you're down like this, I'm going to be that leader to put you on my back. And I'm going to put some buckets in.
Especially when McConnell's out there. If McConnell's out there with me, then I got to get buckets.
Mm-hmm. But you're right, though. His job is to get others involved. It's just we can't rely on the dudes right now.
Good foul.
Dang, Toby. Toppin or whatever his name is.
I
keep calling him Toby.
When he playing like this, he calls that.
Right now, you know what? The saying about the NBA is that it's a make or miss league. I think you can attribute a lot of that to OKC, tenacious defense tonight. But Indy's shooting 37% from the field tonight. OKC is at 53. 3-point wise, they're kind of Indy's taking 4 more threes, so they're shooting 32% from 3. OKC 41. Rebounds is just a 2 rebound difference, 29 and 27 for OKC. FIFO turnovers.
About the same.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not making shots.
Mm-hmm.
They're not making shots tonight.
I told you, Ken, Halliburton gonna press charges against OKC. The way that SGA snatched that ball out of his hands, then he ain't know what to do. He thought he got fouled.
And FIFO fast break points, OKC only has 4. Indy has 7. So
see, but remember what did I say early on going into the series? If this is a half court game, OKC's gonna win and they're gonna dominate. They try to play up and down. That's what Indiana want to do. OKC's a better half court team. You know, that to me, that's the difference in the game right now. And to everything that we've been saying, Halliburton got to be a little bit more aggressive. But yeah, Ken, that field goal percentage, you're shooting under 40. Who shot under 40 in the first game and lost? OKC.
Yeah. So
well, they lost because of SGA more so than that. Right?
We're not getting back into that, Nick.
We don't have to because we already know what's the truth. Me and Kim told you the truth. You ain't want to listen to it.
Nah.
That's
my basketball analysis.
Just like we say about with Halliburton, that 14-10 and 6 looked mighty good after a win than in a loss.
That was a tough shot that he tried to hit.
But you know what, Ken?
It was a turnaround fadeaway, bro.
That's his shot. It's mid-range. He do that goofy shit all the time.
The teams are tied this quarter though, 23 apiece.
So
Indiana done picked up the pace a little bit, but obviously OKC is withstanding the charge.
Yeah.
They've
had a couple chances.
Yeah, no stops. They're not getting stops. So, but again, it's like, if Indiana's starting to find their groove, and if OKC hits a cold streak, who knows what can happen? You know, they're just trying to, if they can get this thing to 10 going into the 4th, yeesh.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do it. That's what we're calling us on this team right now. Like, let's just get to 10, get to the 4th quarter. We can talk about business later.
Yeah, Kev. I just saw about the LA riots this morning, and we talked about it briefly with what limited information we had on Is the Mic Salon. But yeah, shit's going crazy right now.
What's happening in LA?
What's going on in LA?
Hispanics, bro. They like, man, y'all trying to we ice what? We're trying to send us back. Hell no.
Ice these nuts.
The motherfuckers came out. They were like, "You looking for me? Here we go." Now it's a lot of protests going on in regard about just how everything was happening, and they tried to roll up in LA, and the motherfuckers showed out, bro. They throwing rocks at police cars and shit. Like he just standing there, and the car's driving by. It's a video on Twitter, and he just picking up rocks, just slinging them bitches. He got a helmet on and everything. He just slinging them bitches, bro. Like he he Mariano Rivera. Yeah, them motherfuckers mad. But Trump's talking about he's sending out he sent the National Guard up, and Pete Hegseth, DEI hire Pete Hegseth is talking about sending the Marines.
That's he's Hispanic, ain't he? I think the guy he sent, the one that Trump sent out, talking about bringing in the Marines.
Oh, Pete Hegseth?
Yeah.
Nah, he's completely white.
Then I was thinking about someone else that I was listening to good, like, what was it? Like Meet the Press and all that shit. They were talking about the riots. That's why I was familiar with the story. I just forgot what city they were discussing. But there was a representative on there who was basically like, he looked like a DEI hire to talk about like why the Republican shit is like the president's doing the right thing and all that shit. Because coming from a white man, it probably won't seem right. But I think he was from the military as well. I forgot his name. But yeah, bro. That movie Civil War that I watched, what was it, last year, kid?
Yeah, man.
It started to look like it.
Looking realistic.
They looking realistic.
The thing to watch is, will he, because they're talking about shooting. Because Esper, they found an old clip of Esper, or maybe new, about him talking about the riots that was happening last time. And Trump was basically saying that, according to him, if it's true, that Trump wanted if they could shoot him, talking about shooting him in the leg and shit. So if you start to turn the military on your own citizens, bro,
Yeah, that's
the thing that
problem.
That's the thing that the news was talking about. It was like you realize what y'all doing. Like y'all. He's like, one of them were asking like, do you feel like it's necessary to use military force on civilians? And dude was like, well, the military only come into you only. He said somewhere like you only escalate to de-escalate. I ain't never heard no, but once they started using language like that, I'm like, bro, they starting to really turn on the people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at this
Don't
point,
start no stuff, won't be no stuff.
if you're not protected in America as an American, then where are you protected?
Yeah, and it's got ooh. Yeah, you sending in the National Guard. I don't know, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, if he sends that, I'll be very curious to see what the response is from both parties. I already know what the Dems gonna say, but you can't.
Dems ain't gonna say shit.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do. They'll talk.
They'll say shit. They ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah. Every time I would get ready to say, man, 80, it's 20 back up to 20. Yeah, Newsom asked them to take the troops out, but yeah. This is going to be the story of the week.
Hey, man, I wanted it to be a game if nothing else. I wanted it to be a game going into the fourth.
Title 10 is the federal act or whatever federal power that he used to send in the National Guard to a state using federal, and this has been done before, but you're sending in the National Guard to a state. It's just crazy, but yeah, Title 10 temporarily protect ICE and other United States government personnel who are performing federal functions. So because ICE is going there to deport people, that is looked as a federal act. Therefore, he can enact a federal law to protect them.
Well, I swear they just be finding laws for their bullshit.
And so I'm on this thing where I'm reading like a lot about the history of this country and the founding of it, and like a lot of the meetings and stuff that they did outside of what we learned in the history books. And you're right, Nick. It's like a lot of these laws and acts and stuff that they have in place are so freaking old and were created based on the times that they were under. So all these old ass laws that they got, bro, like there was a reason why they had it, and that doesn't necessarily apply to present day. They need to be revamped and amended, but that could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, it depends on who's in office.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got someone like Trump in office and you talking about that shit, hell no, you don't want that to happen. But if you had, even when you had Biden or Obama, you probably would say, hell no, I don't want that to happen either. But at least you kind of gave you faith that they actually gave a fuck about people to a certain extent. But I don't know. At this point, shit. Yeah. This ain't the platform for that. Never mind. I'm just gonna stick to the basketball. I was about to say Thomas Bryant looked like Stanley Ogilvy, but he ain't. He trying to bring them back.
Oh,
they stay sticking around. It's only a 16-point game. Well, at least from my viewpoint, I don't know if he made.
Yeah, B just said he has a feeling Indy's gonna make this a game. I don't know, B.
Yeah, B.
He rooting for Indy at the end of the day. I don't know why.
Oh, look, Chet done showed up because Chet went MIA, bro. He had that good first quarter.
Yeah, they played since.
Yeah, I noticed nobody asking me about Chet. Chet is there.
Chet said, y'all got it from here.
Hey,
I did my job.
You know when Indy down, you know who show up for him?
Who's that?
000, boy.
Oh yeah. Mathura, yeah,
he coming through like Kobe. He taking over.
Man, this is one of the whitest black men that we've ever seen, bro. Isaiah Hartenstein.
Man, Hartenstein, you can't get no whiter than
I fuck with Hartenstein though.
I do too.
He's like in well, you haven't seen Center, so you wouldn't get it. Never mind.
Oh, Sheldon, you still? Oh yeah, you don't give a fuck about black culture. I forgot.
I do, man. I do.
Hey, you watch Forever on Netflix?
I started. I got off that though. I couldn't get into it.
What'd you think about it, Nick?
I thought it was pretty decent. Once if you can stick through it, because it's a teen drama, so there was a lot of. It took me about a week and a half to finish that shit, bro. Because there was some parts where I was like, I could give a fuck, but I stayed because of the mama. The mama helped me stay. The mama and the cousins. Keisha's cousins was bad as hell, but it was funny because Ken, I was telling Nate this. I was like, remember how I told y'all, I was like, bro, the one thing that I'm gonna try, if I have a daughter, like the one thing I was trying to instill in her is like, I know you eventually gonna, be, intimate with somebody, but don't suck dick until you past 18. Because shit can turn left quick if you do
or
it
don't record it.
But that's what
Definitely don't record it.
That's what they do now these days, kid. All that shit.
I know, Nick. The stories I hear, the stories you hear from they start early in middle school, and this
man.
I hear from middle school and high school is insane.
When I was coming up, niggas was starting around 12.
So I had to correct myself. I'm thinking like it's probably no different.
Yeah, that's what I was like. That's what I was thinking. I was like, it ain't that different. But we just didn't have cameras and shit. We just had that Nokia 6010 where you could just play Snake.
But now
they play a Snake for real. No, that's what I was like. That whole show was about my worst nightmare, showing raising a daughter.
Man,
because her mama was like,
man,
you out here having me work 3 jobs just to put your ass through school because you out here sucking dick.
Man, listen.
Hey, that's nuts to say to your daughter.
But not a lie.
Yeah, but it was the truth. Yeah.
That's the problem. And
man, it's crazy. Did y'all watch Strong? I see you said that.
I am going to. It's Tyler Perry, so
That's what I was like. Once I saw Tyler Perry,
I watched it today.
Strong.
I was like, Shelton.
It was okay.
It's a movie or a show.
It's a movie.
Then it's trash. If Shelton says it's okay, it's trash.
I finished it. I finished it, boy. That's a hard down on your luck type movie.
Yeah. I don't know, but did they like it?
Yeah, she liked it. She liked it because it's the girl who did Girlfriends who made the show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hey, green beans. That's how I know. And you're talking about elementary school, but that's how I know because I know someone who also teaches in school in present day. And I've been hearing these stories for the last couple of years about the things that these girls are wilding in. I'm hearing stories about them being at the bleachers, in the bathroom, like all man, bro.
And that's the thing, like, bro.
What age?
Middle school, bro.
Middle school, bro.
Out here, FIFO.
Yes.
Once they hit 12, bro, it's a wrap. They know about something.
And it's the girls too. The girls are leading the charge. It's a misconception that it's the boys, but it's the girls.
Yeah, these girls are they fast and the furious, FIFO.
Hey, the way Keisha was on Forever, she was too fast, too
for real. And guess what else, Nick? Old Justin, when they got together, he was gone in 60 seconds. He touched it and it was a wrap.
Hey, bro. Hey, she was like, "That's it." I guess so.
What you doing after this?
He said, "Let's just lay back and talk." Hey, bro.
But
Justin was a goofball, bro.
Man, Justin was a punk.
Hey, that's why I fuck with the mama, because she was realizing slowly but surely she was raising a simp.
What was your take on Wood Harris's performance? Was it good?
He was the best character on the show, bro.
No, he wasn't the kid. No, he wasn't the kid. You already know who was. It was Keisha Daddy. Keisha Daddy was my second outside of the Mama Dawn. Keisha Daddy was my favorite character on the show.
Oh, for real?
Keisha Daddy was that nigga, bro. Wood Harris is like Wood Harris isn't gonna hurt. He's not gonna help or hurt a series at this point in his stage of his career. He was all right. But Keisha Daddy, bro, that nigga was funny.
It was a different type of energy for sure.
Exactly. he the reason why I stuck through the show. I was trying to see more scenes with him. Just he was cussing everybody, he politely cussing everybody out.
Hey, Victor. No, I remember when I was 13. Okay, and but this is a hot mic. But what I'm saying is that. Like, it's just, I don't know, as an adult, man, it's just the stories that I'm hearing is just crazy, bro.
It was different, man.
Like, you just don't know the things that I'm hearing, bro. It's insane.
At 13, for a lot of people, you were just coming out of the toys age and you more in the games and hanging with your friends and stuff like that. These kids are on one now. They got access to everything.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say that something. Because they were saying the same. I was a kid that was listening to some shit that my homies was talking about. I was like, damn, y'all niggas really into that right now? I'm like, you should. I'm like, I just learned how to ride a bike. now y'all on the pussy. I thought there was something in between. They were smoking, drinking, all that shit. But I'm telling you, about 12, 13, bro, they was smoking and drinking and that shit.
That's crazy.
My people wouldn't allow that shit. So that's why I was delayed with that. Because I didn't really start doing all that until I was 15. But
I had older cousins that wouldn't let me breathe.
I
didn't get a chance to progress on my own pace. Unfortunately, they were trying to. Yeah, it's a hot mic. We live too. Never mind.
It was like 15, 16 for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, once I got my license, then you got a little bit more freedom and stuff. But yeah, and then even drinking like that, I didn't really started drinking like that until my 20s, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me personally, college was when I started doing a lot of things, but I thought that was around the time you were supposed to. But I had homies, bro. They would come to first class, first bell, drunk. Throwing up, you know what I'm saying? And you knew they was drunk because it smelled like pure alcohol. It was no hiding that shit. Mm-hmm. They was doing some shit, bro. By the time we graduated, bro, one of my homeboys, he had 3 kids. You know what I mean? God. I was like, bro, shit was crazy back then. Shit was, they was.
That's wild.
That is
up
wild.
In the club, and you still couldn't get in the club.
You couldn't even get in the club.
Yeah, nah, Nick, but the dad, Keisha Daddy came through, bro. He had everybody at that party.
Hey, he the wrong Leroy kid. That's a certain type of Leroy. Leroy ain't supposed to be at that party.
Nah, but yeah. But
I also thought somebody mentioned it here in the chat. I also thought it was funny when they all kept on telling Justin, nigga, you ain't that good to go to the league. You low-key trash. You just a black kid at the white school. They said let your ass play.
Yep, fellas. I think it might be a wrap.
It may be a wrap.
Woo, Tyrese, bro. We forget. We're gonna forget him.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, can they do this for game 3? If they can come out like this game 3, hey, this series may be over.
Tyrese, you gonna catch it Tuesday night, boy.
Because they don't play Tuesday too.
They play Wednesday.
Yeah, not getting that rebound. Yeah, because Aaron Wiggins has a game like that. But
they at home. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these dudes playing well because they at home.
And Indiana will respond. Hallie banned right now because he should be banned from talking about him after this shit.
Yeah.
You know,
he
I
more,
need an update from Dwayne Wade.
Yeah,
right.
He playing more like Halle Berry than Halliburton.
Yeah, it's awful, and they just pouring it on, bro.
Hey, they got Caruso out here. When Caruso start throwing up, getting the crowd hype.
It's all your fault, Nimrod.
That's what he is, bro. It's crazy. Like I was just saying, like we don't remember any of the you don't remember runner-up finals competition at all, except for if they
the only one we really talk about is Miami.
Yeah. I remember Utah and all
no,
the time.
I was gonna say Utah with Jordan but Jordan was because he was in the shot.
Yeah,
yeah,
they was they were in there for negative reasons.
Yeah,
not for him stealing
all
that ball
because
from
Carmelo let this motherfucker strip the goddamn.
That steal was what made the difference right there.
Idiot.
That's why niggas don't want him in their top 5. So you think about Carmelo, you're like, this nigga ain't shit.
Indiana needs one good run, but there's going to be a lot of free throws from here.
Yeah, they. I don't think there's a chance that they can win the game, but they do have to get close. I think for momentum.
Yeah, OKC did not let them breathe at all tonight.
They fooled us a couple times, though. I'm sure we all thought. I know I did. I thought that okay, they about to make it a game now. They about to do some Indiana things at this point.
We about to have a conversation. You are about to go with the kids. Indiana that good because remember how the Knicks was getting praised like, oh, they coming back from all these 20-point down leads to win these games. Until it got to the point it was like, damn, nigga, we probably should have seen it since they was down by 20. They probably shouldn't have been in these games in the first place.
Yeah, we
shouldn't have been there. Conversations.
We forget that they were down 20.
Exactly. They was only up for 4 minutes in the whole series, which is nuts.
Well, the conversation I want to have, because it looks like we'll be signing off early, is that is game 1. I don't know if you guys saw the ratings. Somebody put this in the chat, so I looked it up. It was one of the lowest viewed games since COVID.
That's crazy.
One of the lowest viewed, least watched game 1 since Nielsen started tracking in 1988.
It's Nick's fault because Nick talked about it.
Well,
I knew what it was. I knew what was going to happen, bro.
Yeah, so
about this
and so did Adam Silver when he's sitting there trying to do his spin cycle. Talking about, well, the Pittsburgh is a storied franchise. Green Bay is a storied franchise. So you're not trying to sell OKC and Indy who don't have stars that people care about. That's just not how this league is built. But nevertheless, what happened at the end of game 1 was enough to get a lot of coverage for it. And the problem they have is that people showed up to try to get more of that, and then you get this, a 22-point lead. It was like, what? So now you may have had an incentive to tune in, and you don't have much to watch. So then now, if the ratings did go up for game 2, they're going to go right back down for game 3.
Yeah.
You can't win.
You can't. And they were showing too star power. You know how they
Look
show
Nimrod. I'm sorry, I'm with you.
I told you, bro.
Nimwit.
You know how they show the stars at the game? They had one person at the game.
they be having the nigga who sell corn by wholesale sitting courtside. Nigga like nigga don't give a fuck about Mr. Burns.
They have them be ready. We got what's the name here? They don't even know their name.
We still don't know the coach name of OKC.
I told you, bro. He the Hamburglar cousin.
We got the dude from the grocery store on Snowball here. Who?
We got the CEO of Food Lion sitting in courtside. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about this nigga.
Oh man.
Halliburton, bro, trying to get his stats up so he don't look so bad. Oh yeah, he's up to 11 now. Shelter. Assist at this point. Stat pad.
Yeah. So if you didn't watch the game and you looked at this, you think, okay, well that's Halliburton.
Yeah, if I'm Rick Carlisle, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and put my. It's a
I'll
wrap,
pull him
guys.
at
Let's
this
go ahead and
point.
sit down.
That's what he's doing right now.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
Shit, that's
they
a
getting
sign
him out
for
of
us
there.
then.
The coach.
If he pulled the plug,
They said the coach of OKC's name is Donut.
okay.
He was just sitting there watching the game too, like us.
He is so irrelevant right now.
Oh man,
Nick, you going to see how to train your dragon or whatever it's called?
I'm thinking about it. I'm still upset. Y'all ain't go see that Karate Kid movie. That movie was better than what you think.
I'm going to watch it probably this weekend.
Trust me, watch it and then tell the crew that I'm lying. You be like, tell the crew that I'm lying after you watch it.
By the way, they said Michael Beasley is 30-0 against LeBron one-on-one.
Man, you believe that shit, bro?
Bro, don't nobody. Even if he was, what that mean?
That's why LeBron started saying one-on-one isn't real basketball.
Of course, he'd say that.
That's facts regardless, though. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not winning a 1v1 championship, and even if you do, it don't mean the same that it does if you win an NBA championship.
They're just trying to find another way to shit on LeBron.
Because the next statement was you can't qualify as a GOAT if you're terrified of 1 versus 1. You're a fraud. So you're right.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you're right. They just was looking at a way to hit LeBron.
Nick, the cousin in forever.
What was your Hando? I'm not hating. I'm not saying this. This is what this is saying. I said I was reading it. I ain't say me.
What'd you say?
Remember the cousin in forever?
Yeah.
That was trying to give it to old boy.
Oh, the play cousin.
She was like,
oh, yeah. Hey, that was the one he should have chose.
Yeah, he a fool.
He a dumbass.
Yeah,
I'm usually rooting for the dark skin love story, but she played the hell out of him. Hey, that's why the best line Wood Harris had was when he was like, "Shit, if MJ asked me to go to the prom, I'm going to the prom with MJ." Hey, when she left that nigga for the basketball phenom, it's one of them things, Sheldon, where we be like, all right, if you're gonna leave me for somebody where I can't say nothing to. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, all right, bro. You got it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't,
he's supposed to be the next Kobe, bro.
Yeah,
like, well, what you expect, son?
He told him like, you gotta take your lumps, nigga. You ain't gonna be number one to everybody. You number one to us because we love you.
Right.
But to her, you just another nigga.
But shit, even them,
hey kid, she came back around the corner talking about, so where you go? You left me for Mr. Nigga. What you mean?
Yeah, all I kept hearing throughout the show was like, man, Justin is a punk. Justin always pouting. Yeah. My wife hated Justin, bro.
He was a pouty ass, he was a moody ass nigga. Just
she was like, if y'all don't get this nigga off the street.
and he walked like an awkward kid. He always was like, he would just slap along.
The little bit I did watch, you could tell he was corny.
And in real life, they about 35. Sheldon.
Oh man,
that's why when you're watching it, you don't realize like, oh man, these are teenagers having sex. They look like fucking adults
because they're adults.
Like college kids.
She was on Greenleaf. That's what she was on.
I remember her from Greenleaf. That's why I knew she was old as hell. I was like, she was playing 16 then.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was good on Greenleaf.
Greenleaf was basically Tyler Perry.
So who's all in the game now? Is it over? Or we got them boys out of there?
They got 8 minutes. Yeah, they got 8 minutes left of this game, y'all. So this is when people talk about ratings. This is what they're talking about. The broadcast has nowhere else to go because this is the end of basketball season and football season ain't nowhere around the corner. So there's no other games to promote to watch. You just got to sit here and watch OKC and Indiana for 7 minutes.
What's crazy though is this is supposed to be their time. This is what it works up to. So it should be.
Yeah. Niggas would rather watch the hockey series, the Oilers versus Panthers than this shit.
Hey man, I'm gonna start trying to rewatch some. I used to get in when I used to play fantasy hockey. I was trying to play it, and of course, I used to play Blaze of Steel. I've been tempted to get back into the game and try to learn it. But I want to get into soccer. But man, this dude Aaron Wiggins is killing him tonight.
Yeah,
And every time, hey, people, I don't know if it's just me. Every time I see 21 of OKC, I think of Thabo Stefanovic. I'm like, oh, this nigga ain't gonna make shit. But then I realize, oh yeah, he ain't in the league no more. This guy,
he do look like him. He built just like him too.
Exactly. That's why I keep thinking like this nigga gonna miss this shit.
Nah, he's bucket getter, bro. Yeah. Carlisle, just pull your troops, bro.
Yeah, it's time.
Say their legs. Because OKC ain't giving them shit, bro.
They not letting up.
Yeah. FIFA, I think you're right, bro. I think they trying to send a message.
Got to. You have to.
But I don't see this as a message though.
But they're like aggressive, they're physical, like everything, bro. It's like they want to put some doubt into their minds.
If Wiggins come back for game 3 with that same stat line and everything else same, that's a message. That means that we've taken over the series. We decided to take over the series. So,
but if you're Indy, you got to be prepared for this. And if they can respond to answer and find a counter, then yeah. But right now, it's like, bro, we got handled. Like
I think Halliburton is going to have a much better game 3 than he did.
He got to.
2.
If he don't, then this series is done.
Yeah, but they're at home. But I think it's going to hold true. I think it's still going to be 4-2 OKC. That's my prediction in the beginning. That's what it is at the end.
So you think India win one more, so it'll be one of the home games?
Yeah, they'll get one of these home games.
They better get game 3.
Yeah, they need Indy needs game 3 more than anything else. That's a must-win game because if
I think OKC needs game 3 more than Indy.
Well, the thing about it is we know OKC is the stronger team, so they should win game 3.
Yeah, OKC win game 3, bro. They may, and especially if to now your point, Nick, because you guys are on 2 different sides about when the message should be delivered. So I see what FIFO's saying tonight, and I feel them on that one. But kind of going to your point of view is if they double down on the message in game 3 and just make sure that they know for a fact, nah, game 2 was no fluke. This shit is real.
And that's why I said what I said, because the thing about game 3 is OKC, you know you're going to get Indiana's best run, right? But you want to send a message this game to let them know that we're this much better than you. And you at your best still isn't as good as us. So this sets a standard for themselves to continue in game 3 to play at. Okay, cool. You know what? The first 4 or 5 minutes of the game, they came out on fire. Woo, woo. We're down 10. We're down whatever. Hey, remember what we just did. And let's go do that. Make that run, close the gap, and then put your foot on their neck just like you did this game. You can't, and here's the thing. Indiana, there's a reason why they're in the fight. They made a couple of runs, but guess what? They matched it. Every time that Indiana was on a run, they was on a run too. Because look, in the third quarter, Indiana scored 32, OKC scored 33. So they were right there. They matched them. Maybe we didn't dominate you like we did the first 2 quarters, but every time you made your run, we was right there. And now they're up 3. So we'll see how they finish the game. But to me, this is why you want to send a message. So that way you carry that momentum into game 3.
And then Trom Z saying you can't win in 5 till you lose 1. So Pacers in 5. So just keep coming around, bro. Keep coming around.
That'd be wild. That'd be wild if they did. But I've seen strange.
It'll be wild if OKC won big in game 3.
No, it'll be wild if the Pacers won in 5.
Win in 5.
Yeah.
Oh, we looking at SGA and all them different, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that changed it. That changed everything.
Yeah. Nah,
that changes everything.
Bad. That's gonna be bad.
I wonder if we'll know OKC's coach's name. I'm purposefully not gonna look it up, but I'm wondering that if after they win the championship, will we know his name at that point?
And then they got 2 more games off. Not letting them breathe, bro.
Yeah, 2 more days off.
Yeah, like even on a fast break. Now, Toby messed up the pass because that should have been he should have scored on that.
Yeah, he over here just trying to get his assist game up.
Yeah,
but this is a wrap.
Yeah, Ken Halliburton got 17 now. 17, 6, and 4.
Stat pad, man. He just
that's all it is.
That's what he should have had in the first half.
Yeah, he should have had that in one half.
And now he's probably up to 20, bro. Like, nah, bro. This ain't it. This ain't it. You ain't fooling nobody. Oh,
this game over.
Never mind. He just scored 17. You're ahead of me. Like, yeah, y'all right, man. You can't do this shit. Like, you scoring like this, bro. Nah, they needed you, and then let them settle down and get this thing going. But nah, not right now. And to your point, Shelton, the others definitely came through and showed up for Indy. I mean, OKC. You know, Chet 15, Jalen 19, Shaz up to 31. But Lou Dortz ain't did shit.
He did nothing tonight.
If he's Case and Wallace only 4, but it's really the bench, bro. 17 for Aaron Wiggins, 5 of 8 from 3. Caruso put up 17. And Isaiah Joe still stuck on 2. But he only played 4 minutes. Yeah. But
Hartenstein with 8 rebounds and 4 assists, which is crazy. Off the bench.
Yeah, so
Jalen Williams with 19. Chet got 15.
He's had what, 4?
Did he have 11 in the first quarter?
Yeah, he's had 6 since the first quarter, bro. And one of those was on a dunk.
That's crazy. Chet said he gonna give you all he got early, and he gonna watch the rest of the game.
M-Trons, the Pacers ain't coming back to winning this game, bro. I'm just trying to wait till it get to a good spot.
I'm about to call it a night now. Kid.
Well, I'll let you, bro.
Hey, Nick, what time you think Lou went to sleep tonight?
Lou is snuggled up right now.
Yeah, Lou. As soon as they did the jump ball to start this game, Lou was in bed. He cut his light off right at that point.
He got his little Dallas Cowboy pillow, bro, because you know he got the pillow, got the Dallas Cowboy sheets.
Sean, he had about 3 Popeye snack wraps and went to bed.
Oh man,
Kid, I might have to try the snack wraps. I don't know.
Oh man,
if I ate meat, I definitely would try it, bro. I want to try this sounds crazy, but I want to try the chicken nuggets at Taco Bell so bad because I just don't understand the logic.
Don't do it, bro. Don't do it.
It just doesn't make sense.
Is when I didn't even know they had nuggets.
Yeah, I heard. I was driving FIFO and I heard the commercial for it, and it's nuts how much Taco Bell has changed over the last 15, 20 years since we was growing up, bro. It was like Taco Bell wouldn't even think about doing shit like that.
In the crust, they have like the tortilla crunched up in it. Wow. So no, the reviews ain't been. I mean, they ain't been awful, but they ain't been good.
Eventually, they're gonna come out with a taco burger.
The Bean said it's good. Yeah. You know they got a quesadilla burger at Applebee's. So
what?
The quesadilla burger. That's actually good.
Hey Marty, I do like the nacho fries.
The nacho fries are good. They good at their potato shit.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, now as far as Taco Bell goes, I like the cantina. They got like these little cantina chicken wraps. It's like grilled cheese sandwiches. What it's like. That's good to me. But
is Jalen Williams Hispanic? Because that hair looks wild, bro.
I don't know.
Let me see.
You gotta ask his daddy, Birdman brother.
Well, I saw Ice at courtside, so he might be.
Oh yeah. Indiana put this random white boy from Disney Channel on the court. It's a wrap.
Oh yeah. Nah, it's over, y'all. I don't know. They went and got him from the crowd, Nick.
Number 12. I don't know who the hell that nigga is.
Let me find out they got a Make-A-Wish kid out there.
Let's see. Perry, Gilbert, Arizona.
Oh, Furpy. Yeah, that's dude from Kansas. I didn't know that's who that was.
Hell nah. His name
My
Furpy.
brother can't stand Johnny Furpy. My brother's the biggest Kansas fan in the world, and Furpy was hooping at Kansas, but he let him down. So every time he see him sitting behind the bench, he talk trash about him. But yeah, he was nice. He was a freshman last year at Kansas, so he was nice. I keep talking about Mathurin, man, but I be wondering, like, is Mathurin supposed to be that guy? Was he was supposed to be that guy at one point, wasn't he?
Shit, maybe in his household, but now he ain't doing shit.
Yeah,
he acts like he can do some shit, but he's not consistent, nor is he that,
Yeah.
He hasn't taken over a game for real.
His not his freshman year, his rookie year, because he was out of Arizona. Wasn't his rookie year really good? Or am I mistaken? Because I can't remember.
I can't remember.
What happened to Ken?
I don't know. That man just disappeared.
He got tired of this shit.
Ken with that dial-up internet.
This is a really good win. I felt OKC still could have played a little bit better than what they did, but
I mean I
think that's a sign. This motherfucker crashed on me again.
SGA got a crazy stat line: 34 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and 4 steals.
Oh, speak it down.
Yeah, it's a wrap for me, y'all.
All right, Nick. Yeah, I'm about to close out because my shit done locked up too. So we'll talk about everything on Tuesday, man. We appreciate you guys coming through. But yeah, this game is over. OKC bounce back, and we'll see what happens in game 3. So that's it, man. We'll catch y'all next time. We out. Peace.
All right, peace. Thank you, Ematron.